guys, welcome to the party. This is Melody, and I'm so glad that you're joining us on this adventure. Please make sure to like and comment on the episode, and if you haven't already, please rate the Dice Party podcast. Also, make sure that you're following us on social media to stay up to date on all of the latest Dice Party news. Now sit back, grab a drink, and get ready to party. I hope you enjoy this episode. Cheers!
Welcome to Dice Party, part 2 of our roundtable. Last episode we had gone over quite a bit because we are who we are, and we like to talk and like to have fun as friends. But we have more questions to answer for you guys today, so let's get back to the action.
So, now that it's my turn to ask a question, the one that I want to throw out to the group is... This has been quite an experience to us, putting together a podcast, figuring out how everything works. We all enjoyed D&D prior, but how have you guys found putting together a podcast? Has it been enjoyable? What have you liked about this whole creative endeavor that we've done together? And I'll throw it to the whole room.
For me, I was surprised at how much work it was. Like, I know when we started this, we kind of thought, like, oh, we'll just kind of release episodes. Mm-hmm. And honestly, we did not. So, like, what you guys see, what it's become, like with, you know, the sound effects and the music and editing and stuff like that, that is not what we had in mind. But it kind of became this, and we really started enjoying the fact that it's a little reminiscent of an old-time radio show, right? More so than just people talking. And so it kind of evolved into that. And I've really enjoyed what it's become, but it surprised me at how much time and work it takes to do the full production. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it definitely took me by surprise. I've really enjoyed being able to just play our characters though. I mean, like the DM said earlier, like I get to just play D&D with my friends, and I really, really enjoy that. It's been a lot of fun. It's been honestly pleasantly surprising seeing, you know, our views growing steadily and stuff like that. That's been really cool. And yeah, I'm just thankful for all the people that listen, and it's been a fun journey so far.
Definitely a lot more work than I obviously knew it was going to be work. But
yeah.
I also for me, it was definitely a lot more work than I was thinking it was going to be. Like, I knew it was going to be work, but it's kind of like whenever they say, oh, you never know how much you love your kid until you have one. Like, you can know, but you don't really know, so you know. Like, that kind of thing. And that's kind of what I see this as, like, just a big kid of mine. Like, I for years, I've wanted to do a show, like, just a show like this forever. And then when I got with you guys to talk about it, the idea of the campaign itself was presented by you guys, and I took that, I warped it and tweaked it, and then, like, presented it back to you saying, hey, there's the idea you guys gave me, but here's like my version of it, and let's see how we do this. And that has been a blast, taking this world that I wouldn't have made before, because this is the most modern setting I've ever done with it for a game, you know, and I did it just for the show. You know, it's one of those things where this world, this iteration of the world wouldn't exist if it weren't for the show. So if nothing else, as I said before, even if this show tanks, no one wants to watch it, I don't care. I get to play D&D with my friends on a weekly basis, and that's more than most people can say. So
we definitely know that is the real struggle of D&D is just being able to get everyone on time and all
consistent.
Their schedules.
Yeah, that's always tough. I mean, that's why a lot of our other campaigns and stuff have died, is just because it's really hard matching schedules for multiple adults and stuff like that. What about you, Cloak? What do you think?
I think the most interesting part about the process is, well, I have a sarcastic answer, but there are 2 players that are married and I'm one of them. So you can do the math.
It's me.
You're the problem. No, like you said, I mean, we've all had this idea of doing a podcast. This wasn't the original idea.
Yeah, we threw around true
not.
crime and video games.
Well, throwing them around, we were actually 3 of us were actually recording for a true crime podcast.
Yeah, and the DM found out, and he's like, "What? You didn't include me?"
Yeah.
I showed up. And, like, I just wanted to kind of like, I was just like,
He showed up for one, and you were part of that recording for that particular one.
yeah.
I don't even
know-
think we still have those recordings.
No, probably not. No.
I just wanted to show up and like just see if it was like a thing. And I'm like, if it's gonna be a thing, I'm gonna join in. But like, if it's not gonna, like, if I don't vibe here, I'm not gonna cramp your style.
Well,
so,
it really just morphed into this.
yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of morphed into D&D because I mean, we really enjoyed playing, and I think we were just one day like, I think we were actually playing the pirate campaign.
We were sitting around playing the pirate
and we're like,
campaign.
man, this is really good. Why have we not recorded this? And it just morphed into, let's just record when we play D&D.
But I guess that is an easy way to segue into how long we've all been playing, you know?
How long we've been playing?
I think collectively we've got like close to 20 years of experience playing.
I mean, if we're stacking years, I know you have 10 years on me.
Well,
and
I had
I've been-
10 years when we started.
Yeah, you have 10 years on me, is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
and I
'cause-
have about 10 years now.
Because I started in 2011, so that gives
Technically,
me
that's when I started too.
that gives me 14. But you didn't play consistently. You
No.
played for like 6 months and then stopped.
yeah.
And I continued playing. I was playing campaigns by myself with my GM at the time and making up the most ridiculous stuff, which
Yeah.
he still uses in lore for his campaigns and all of his games. Like my very first character
Oh, yeah.
has stuck with him.
And things just show, if you play a game with them ever, shows up randomly going, oh, that's from the first days. That's
Yep.
from way back in the day.
Yep.
And I
Yeah.
honestly I didn't actually really like D&D when I first started playing, and I couldn't quite figure out what it was. And I think it's just, I don't really love combat too much. It goes
No.
too slow for me. And
You guys haven't noticed in the campaign yet.
that
Editing is great.
that was really the biggest problem, is that the campaign that we were playing was pretty heavily combat. And I get so bored
Yeah.
when combat, like one action takes like 15 minutes. My ADHD just does not handle that super well.
Waiting
So-
turns is not your strong suit.
No, it's not. I have noticed that it's been very different playing this time around, and I've kind of learned just what I've liked about D&D. I really just it's like reading for me. Like, I love reading because I get to be somebody else who's not me, and I get to just kind
Yeah,
of
and
use my
You're
imagination.
such a nerd.
I'm not a nerd.
You're on the D&D podcast.
I'm not a
And you're
nerd.
currently talking about that
You
D&D
guys
podcast.
are nerds. I'm not a nerd.
No, but I see what you mean though, because like when you're reading, you get to put it in your head,
Yeah.
you get to be there, like in character, in the thing. But this is more than reading because
Yeah.
you're the one dictating things and
Exactly.
you're interacting
I'm writing
with
my
other
own story.
live action people
Yeah.
while you're doing that. So
And-
like it just makes it even better.
You know,
So-
it's like Elder Scrolls, but you don't have to wait a decade.
That was
Yeah.
actually one of the things that I think drew in was like Skyrim references and stuff like that. She was like, "Oh, like Skyrim," and I'm like, "Yes, like a lot like Skyrim."
Like, I mean, she spent all that time listening to us, me playing at the kitchen table, you know, either in person or over Discord, or I mean, geez, we were using Facebook Messenger for crying out loud.
Hey, whatever
It was-
works.
Yeah, I mean, it
was-
didn't. That's why we went to Discord.
Well, because like
Yeah.
you and I
But-
met at work, and then we started talking about D&D, and he was like, "Oh, I got like a friend that I'm like, can I come over and play some?" I'm like, "Absolutely!" And so we did, and we did like
Nerds.
We start, and this was his first foray into 5e. He had never played 5e before. Her GM did or anything like that. So we were
I'm
like,
a 3.5 boy.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
where I
He
started.
was raised on 3.5,
Yeah.
well before my time.
3.5, then went to 5. Now he talks about 4.
I was the person that just never played anything besides 5e because I don't know if you guys are aware, but apparently this game is from Satan. So I grew up in the South, where it's just if you play D&D, you're going to hell essentially.
Yeah, we're
and-
those weird church kids that
Yeah.
play D&D. And everyone just stares at us really weird.
And so I didn't get to play D&D for the longest time until eventually, 5e had been out for years at that point. And so I was like, let me try this, so.
Turned
It's
18,
been-
you know.
It's been really, it's honestly been helpful though. So I'm sure that everyone at the table knows, but the audience obviously doesn't. When my dad passed away 2 years ago, and D&D was one of those weird things that helped me cope through that, except for the fact that the DM turned my in-game dad into a chicken
Okay.
right before my dad died.
No, it was right before I knew he was sick.
So that was,
I chickified your father without meaning to insult your real life father. Okay.
But like, I don't know if you remember, but it was like the day before my dad died. And we met at Culver's, and I was just like, you guys, I need to get away. I need to not be myself. Can we please play a game? And I think we actually played Monster of the Week.
We played Monster of the Week.
Yeah.
And Culver's became the unofficial sponsor
Well,
of our episodes.
Culver's became an
Except we
unofficial
didn't record
sponsor
it.
before that moment. We
true.
decided to meet at Culver's because of Monster of the
If
Week.
we
Yeah.
ever record a Monster of the Week,
Culver's
gonna
has
be
to
a
be
Culver's.
there.
will feature
If you would
prominently.
like some
Yeah.
really niche marketing.
And I don't even know how that happened, because at the time we didn't even have a Culver's where we live.
We were
It
just
didn't
in
exist.
Wisconsin.
We
or
were in
something.
Wisconsin, and so we're like, yeah, we're
Well-
gonna eat at Culver's, and then they actually built one here.
I remember at the time they broke ground for it. They were like,
Yeah.
we're going to be making one. I was like, really? And then it took forever for them to build it.
And we just started listing off a bunch of crap that was on the menu, and then we looked it up, and everything we listed was actually on their menu.
Because I didn't know. I knew that Culver's had burgers and curds. That's all I
Yeah.
really knew. And then they started naming
I think
stuff
I
off.
was the most familiar with Culver's.
Yeah, I had never
'cause-
even heard
Because
of
you lived
Culver's.
in
I-
Pennsylvania for a while.
So in game,
Well, no, it wasn't a Pennsylvania thing. It was
Oh.
actually
No.
Arizona.
Oh,
when I
okay.
lived in Buckeye, our house was literally right down the street from a Culver's. So for me, looking back on the whole process of creating this podcast and the stories and everything, it's kind of, I'd agree, the same in that it's a bit more work than I expected, but it has been a lot of fun. I actually was reminded of how much you mentioned old time radio shows earlier. That was a big thing for me when I was much younger. My parents had a lot of tapes of old time radio shows. I loved listening to a lot of the horror stuff, and the Sherlock Holmes with Sir John Gielgud and Sir Ralph Richardson was played over and over and over and over on my little clock alarm that my parents had bought for me one Christmas when I was just a little child. If you've never seen The Canterville Ghost with Sir John Gielgud, it's the best thing ever. I just love him. Anyway, but there's always been a bit of a draw to that type of thing, and the opportunity to actually be able to do it with friends, and to just experiment, learn about things like GarageBand, how to edit. Still learning, admittedly. I apologize for any sound issues that may come around.
It does get better in season 2, though.
It does get better in season 2.
It gets better.
Still learning about effects and how to make people sound really, really good, but we have gotten significantly better.
And hopefully
But-
you've noticed that in the Christmas and Halloween one shot,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it's just always been something of a personal passion to be a part of a radio show type environment, a production where we can use our creativity to create all kinds of things. And it's been tough, especially in the editing process, but it's been a lot of fun to experience. And man, when you edit stuff to get some really creative results, it's just the best feeling in the world. It's like being a magician. You see some splices there and you get some sound effects, and it just raises everything to a whole nother level. And that's
And
a lot of
honestly,
fun
you're
to
really good
experience.
at it.
Thank
Like,
you.
seriously, we've had a lot of fun watching you. I mean, it seems like you're just naturally good at it. And I think it's been really fun watching you grow and learn and some of the stuff you've done. And sometimes he'll just completely go off the rails and edit things completely differently than they end up in the podcast. And he'll send them in the group chat, and we're just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
But like, and actually, so the intro to our Christmas one shot literally started as that. He was just playing around.
Yeah.
And he turned the DM into Santa with the Christmas music and stuff, and he sent it in the group chat just messing around. And I was like, so that's our Christmas intro. And he's like,
That
I was
happens now.
just messing around. I'm like, no, that's perfect. And we were all basically like, you need to keep that. And like me and Cloak, and then the DM, we were showing all of our kids and stuff, and they were all like, "It's Santa!" It was really fun.
Oh, I play it for my kids every once in a while. They think it's Santa. Like they immediately know it's Santa, and I'm like, my kids think I'm Santa. I'm gonna cry. No, you were talking about how it feels like a magician or whatever. And I would like when it comes to like editing stuff, putting it together. I would actually equate it more to like that scene in Castaway whenever Tom Hanks finally makes fire.
Yeah.
He's like, I did it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful feeling.
It is. And we've really had a lot of fun. And I do love what it's become with the kind of fun radio show type style. And hopefully that's unique. I mean, to be completely honest, I have never actually listened to a D&D podcast, so I don't know what the norm is, but I'm hoping we've created something really unique and fun.
Well, I mean, and I'm behind the curtain. I have fully intended for it to be like a old radio show from the very beginning. I love the idea of putting sound effects in there and like having the.
I think we actually
background.
fought you on that for a little bit. We're like, we don't want to overdo it too much.
I remember
it was mostly Cloak, I think.
It was me.
I mean,
I didn't want to overuse them and have them be a crutch.
Yeah.
But they're so perfect.
But
and they're a lot of fun.
I'll admit that they've worked out better because we're using them in smart ways and not using them as a way to hide everything that's going wrong.
Well, and sometimes, like, so I don't know if you guys remember when Mint, like, knocks a bunch of stuff over in Cloak's caravan. We don't even know what happened. We were like editing and there was just this loud thing. Like we must have knocked something over in real life or something. And we're like, well, how the heck do we fix that? And so we just threw...
We don't fix it.
We just threw more sound effects in there to make it sound like he totally like destroyed the caravan. And it was so funny. And then
that was after we decided not to edit out the fact that in the beginning times when we were recording off of a single Blue Yeti mic in the middle of the table.
Big mic in the middle of the table and everything.
You could hear
the heater,
our dog.
Yeah, Harry click clack. Yeah. We had a Saint Bernard,
and we're just like, you know what? We ran with it, and it was the the nervous foot tappings of Mint.
Yeah,
mm-hmm. So,
but like
I was like, settle down, boy. Stop clicking your feet.
Yeah, but it worked. And now, so like, just for the audience, our Saint Bernard has passed. He was a very old boy, and he passed away last October. And so now when I hear that, I'm like, oh, it's Perry.
Yeah, we were like, oh man, the dog came through, and like, well, now we're like, well, the dog.
Yeah,
we missed the dog.
He's been immortalized.
And so like that actually runs into one of the questions I was thinking about is how has this campaign impacted you or your life in unexpected ways? So after Perry passed, we got another dog and our kids decided to name her Crumpet.
I have no idea why.
Because they love Cloak. Like they'll ask him to do Cloak's voice all the time and stuff like that. We have 3 kids. And so it's kind of interesting because
it doesn't make them do chores or anything like that, unfortunately.
It's not magic, unfortunately.
We have 2 kids that are homeschooled and he makes appearances during science.
Yeah. Yep.
And they immediately freak out.
So you're learning about chemicals, huh?
Yeah. But like it's been interesting because I didn't expect it to really impact our life. I just thought this is something goofy we're doing with friends, right? And it's been quite interesting. Yeah, we have a dog named Crumpet now who she does not click clack like our Saint Bernard did because she's a corgi, but she will absolutely just start randomly squeaking toys in the middle of some of our recordings.
She's the goodest girl. She's the best.
She is amazing.
She's the best decision this family's ever made.
Yeah, but I am curious. Like, has the game impacted your guys' life in unexpected ways that you didn't? Because I was pretty surprised at how much a part of my life Dice Party has become. Like, it's become very special to me.
I'll tell you one thing for me, and I've talked about this before with you guys in the past, maybe in passing, but just it is how I am. I have pushed for so many different projects to be done in my life. I have been the guy who was, let's make a podcast, or I've been the guy who's, let's do a comedy troupe, like an improv comedy thing, like where we just go to a theater and have fun, or let's do like even like doing stuff at church, like where it's like let's have a drama like club or something like that where we do plays on every once in a while, that kind of thing. And just I want to get my creative side out, and I've always had this desire to do so. I had a Vine when Vine was still around, and
Watermelons.
I did nothing. Like, I didn't do anything on there. I wasn't funny. But, and then I got TikTok, and I actually got some headway on TikTok, and I've had other social media. Nothing happened with those, and and then anytime I ever tried a project with somebody, I was always the guy rowing the boat. I was the guy who had a boat full of people. I'm sitting here cranking this, going like, am I the only one who's trying to get us there right now? And it felt like that. And it may not have always been that way, but that's what it felt like for me.
Now you're in the back of the boat.
I felt like the guy. I felt like the guy who was always just trying his hardest to row the boat and getting no help. And whereas like I'd have one or two people with me, doing something like that. Whereas I did it with you guys on this one, and there has been absolutely no drag whatsoever, because this entire time people have been stepping up to help with everything. Especially where I can't be. I was fully expecting going into this to be everything. When we started this whole thing, I was like, I'll be the editor, I'll be the GM, I'll be the social media guy, I'll do everything else at the same time. And I was like, quite frankly, I had a trauma response for it. I just expected to do that. Just to be the only guy who's doing anything. Nothing against you guys.
And then I sat you down and said no.
You were like, no.
This is how we're going to do it.
We had to take the plate away from you. Like, no.
Yeah, had our moments, because I know I remember being like, hey, man, I'd like to help with the editing. And I didn't know anything, but I did have, my Mac from when I was trying to do some voice narration stuff. I was like, I'd love to help out and learn off of you and figure out what's...
Yeah, because initially it was me just teaching myself how to use GarageBand to edit and all that kind of stuff, and then you and I were like learning side by side essentially. Then you took over most of the editing, and now I'm the one who's like in the back going, "How are you doing this? Where's that button? Where'd that go?" That's been like
we have
the big
a really
thing
good
for me,
group.
though.
We went from one editor to two editors to all of us know how to edit at this point. So it's just kind of finding what everybody could do and then just doing it that way and spreading the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we have over here doing. You're the main editor on like side projects and stuff like
kind
that.
of.
Kind
of.
I feel like I do more graphic design than anything else. I polish
that
up
is
the
other thing, doing
episodes.
graphic design,
Do the graphic design. I upload the episodes and put the
then
descriptions.
main editor, and then like this guy, like for some reason, Liam.
He's the dad of the group.
Well, here's the deal. Liam has the ability to just go out and find people like to like network with. Like even if he's not at a place where like he could be at the most anti D&D place ever. He could be like at a tax office and be like, "Hey, you like D&D podcasts?" It's like he would find like 5 people.
Yeah, he's our salesman.
It just happens that way. So yeah, we have a good group for sure. We have people who are working in tandem to make sure we're not taking on all the load individually, essentially.
Yeah.
And I like that.
And it hasn't been easy, but it's worked out okay. I mean, because the DM has 3 kids. Me and Liam Cloak have 3 kids as well. Steve has his cat.
That cat has the feeding schedule of 3 kids. Okay.
But we've all been able to share the workload, and it's worked out really well. What about you guys, Mentor Cloak? No pressure.
Answer whenever in the next 5 seconds.
He's waiting for me to answer because he doesn't remember the question.
I don't remember.
Oh, okay, cool.
You guys have been friends for too long.
So I'm holding his little feet to the fire.
How has the campaign impacted you or your life in unexpected ways?
That's right.
That question.
I was thinking about it and trying to figure it out. I do live alone, so as far as having like stories of kids reacting to things, well, you've already heard them.
Yeah, well, your cat reacts sometimes.
Only to the fact that he's been editing too long.
Yeah.
She wants food.
Hey, you! It's bedtime. Why are we not there?
Yeah.
By the way, feed me.
It's like, oh, you spent your day at work sitting at that chair in front of a computer. Now you're over here in front of this computer. No,
in the same
no,
chair.
it's time to pay attention. I do, just for any of the cat lovers out there, I do make sure there's plenty of cuddle time. Usually
He
it's
is the
between-
bestest cat dad.
He is absolutely.
He
the
completely
He is
spoils her.
underselling this right now. This man has 9,000 pictures in his phone. 8,582 of them are from the cat. Like,
No, I mean, just so nobody gets scared. I do have a family. I love my family. We just all live in different states.
yeah.
So it's
We're
it's
his
the-
family. He loves us.
Don't worry, he's never alone for Thanksgiving, no matter how hard he tries.
Yeah.
We drag him over
Yeah.
every year and Christmas.
She drags him over.
Yeah, so as far as, I mean, the way it's impacted my life is just getting to do something that I've wanted to do but just never knew how to get it going, or how it goes back to what I was saying before. I've always had a love for old-time radio shows, that type of creativity, and production. I've always been into audiobook narration. That was actually why I ended up having the equipment that I had, that we were using a lot of at the beginning, was because I wanted to get into that. But I kind of struggle to motivate myself is definitely a part of it.
In our group
it-
chat, his nickname is the Slacker Kid.
There's very much a reason for that, and I very much own it. I'm not ashamed
much
of
potential.
it.
Just did not meet it. He's just like, I'll get to it eventually.
I am the slacker kid. I'm the one who shares the gifts from Back to the Future.
Slacker.
Yeah, slacker McFly. But yeah, this has been an opportunity to actually have motivation, both self and enforced from others, to actually do something that I have wanted to do for a while. And the other thing is, I also get scared of trying new things, and so this has really helped, having friends around who motivation,
People with the same goals in mind.
people with the same
going
goals.
for the same thing, yeah.
It's not
Makes
just
a
one
huge
person
difference.
trying to swim in a huge pond, and that's where the big impact has been. It's been amazing to really start practicing all that.
Yeah, and there's when people tell you things like, you won't learn. You'll learn the most by doing versus like, just talking about it or planning it or whatever. And I get that. I've always understood that. This is really one of my first really big things, because I've never done this side of things before. And
Yeah.
I remember launch day. You guys were in here like command tower, just over here like click clack.
Yeah,
on
we
the
had
computer.
like 3 computers. It was wild. It was so much fun though.
It was just like all day was get this launched. July
Yeah.
1st, baby. Let's get it done.
This
Like,
doesn't work. Don't
It was
worry,
like
I've got it.
mission
fix it.
control.
Yeah.
It was so. We should have taken some video. That
It
was fun.
was a momentous day. But
Yeah.
things like that where like you don't know anything about it until you just do it. Honestly, you can plan on
Very
it and
much
talk
so,
about it. You
yeah.
can look it up online all you want, but like
Yeah.
this has been a big deal about like just learn by doing.
For me, I would have to say putting myself out there more. I love doing this with you guys. I'm proud of where we started to where we are. Even back when the quality was what it was, it was still, we were working really hard on a thing. And for me, it's stepping out and then also learning all the aspects of it, as we discussed. Like, I'm not a main editor, but I know how.
It's pushed you out of your comfort zone.
I'm not the social media person, but I'm in one of the social media videos, but also helping with marketing and helping with like design ideas and networking with people to be able to do a lot of the stuff that we do, like our artist. I reached out to my friend. I'm like, hey, like, you do art. Let's work something out. We would like to get a logo before we launch, and those types of things. So it's very much been, it's changed a lot of the way that I behave in my normal daily life. In being more outgoing with this, I'm more outgoing with a lot of other things as well. I broach conversations with people more often. Granted, listening to the podcast, I probably talk the least unless I'm in character. This is probably the longest I've talked consistently in the entire podcast. So it's definitely been a growth and stretch for me as well. So with that being said, with kind of making things work and pushing everybody into the next thing, what are you guys looking forward to in the next season? Like, we've wrapped season 1. We know where that ended. We know, obviously, there is a major change in quality, as you guys can tell in the one-shots. And
Praise
for
the
those of
Lord
you
for that.
still listening to the season 1 stuff that we're releasing, or that we just finished releasing, there's quality change in that too, because we're not recording some of the parts of it with the same microphones. We've upgraded on equipment. We've upgraded on the style that we do things. So what are you guys looking forward to going into season 2, knowing that the sound stuff has been changed?
And we are very grateful for everyone who does listen
Yeah, who
to
has
it.
Yeah.
pushed
Who's
through the
gone through
horrible
season
quality.
I mean, right now,
If
at
you're
the time of
enjoying
recording
it, we've tried to do our best to make it a lot of we did have a lot of fun, and we were working with what we got, and we are so grateful to everyone who has listened and continues to listen to each successive video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're very grateful for that.
And we know some of it was rough. Like in one of the episodes, actually 2, we had a friend over who was playing video games with our teenage son. And
You hear the click clack like and him talking in the background.
yeah, we won't name names, but you know who you are. And
We won't dox you.
we love you anyway.
we'll see you on Christmas. But yeah, so we know some of it was really rough. And trust me, while we were editing these, we were just as angry as I'm sure some of you were while listeing. Like, what is going on right now?
Oh man,
But
we sit and yell at each other.
we yell at ourselves.
Hopefully,
Yeah, when we're editing, we're oh,
We're not
man,
friends at
it's-
that point.
Truly, I think what happens is that we get so angry at ourselves and each
Yeah.
other that we care way more than the people who are listening. They're like, I hear some noise in the background.
For-
Whatever, story.
for anyone who's listening who does have a desire to do their own podcast later on, one of the best ways you will learn
Is by
what
listening
to do
to
and what to not
yourself.
do is to listen to yourself. I know people are trying to release AI editing tools and stuff like that. Whatever you do down the road, have somebody else edit or whatever, I would highly recommend for your first episodes, edit yourself, because you will learn very much what you like and what you don't like about what you do. I had a much more cavalier attitude starting this than I have now. And that's not to say the fun has gone away or anything like that, but you learn what really you think works well for you and what you think doesn't. And some things that you're like, that doesn't matter. We'll just leave that in and it's fine. Later on, you'll be like, oh my gosh, that was a terrible idea. I need to cut that out. It will teach you. It's the biggest teacher is just listening back to yourself.
But I think that for me personally, that is one of the biggest points of the new season is I get to listen to our episodes in much higher quality. You know,
Yeah.
the quality we have here is as our standard, essentially. And well, quite frankly, a little bit more than this because I'm closer. My voice is carrying a lot more. We've taken a lot of steps to make sure our quality comes through as best as possible.
He sits
And
at his own table across the living room.
I have.
He has the kids' table.
I have a kid table. They don't allow me to sit with the adults. It's
he's
because
so loud.
my voice. They put all the sound dampening stuff in front of my desk, nowhere else.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Because we will literally try to edit out something when you're talking over somebody else, and we cannot just mute your track because you come through on all the mics.
Yeah.
It's
Well, no, I would
But
say
we love you.
The main thing I'm looking forward to for season 2 is in season 2 what we as we had mentioned before, we had kind of taken some episodes that we had to cut and just refilm,
Yeah.
re-record, and those just have been lost and they'll never see the light of day. But since we've done that now, there's been new episodes that I had planned on doing at some point, but they kind of came sooner than I was planning.
Yeah.
And there's places that we go, and there's one place in particular where it means a lot to Cloak, and I'm not going to mention anything about it. I'm just going to say that I don't want to spoil anything, but there is a place that is significant to Cloak specifically. And
Melody gets really, really hot.
And, well,
It
it depends on who you ask.
Let's ask Lenny.
I started to say, well,
Anyways,
No, it was that place where we get to go to that world. It means a lot to Cloak himself. You know, it was so fun to do that because I got to explore that side of things a little bit, and it caused a little bit of more, like basically forced character growth on Cloak, and maybe not a way that he was expecting. You know, it's different. You know, I loved it.
Honestly, there's an episode, I believe it's at the beginning of season 2, where we get to kind of let our hair down and just party a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for that because that's right up Melody's alley. And
that was a fun time.
that was a really fun, like even just play acting, that was really fun.
Fun session.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to that episode a lot.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to what's coming down the road. There's been some fun stuff that we developed in these episodes that will be released once season 2 comes out. It's just gonna be a lot of fun. The first new world we travel is a bit wacky.
I mean,
from Min's point of view. Well, true. There have
we
been
went to a
wacky...
breakfast realm.
No, that was delicious.
And you didn't.
I don't know what you're talking
You didn't turn into a pancake. So
I didn't. So
net positive.
I didn't. So I would gladly go back there anytime.
And just eat everything.
And you show back up, and as soon as you get in that world, you are a pancake. Like, it was latent. No, no,
Send me back.
no.
So I mean, just in general, I'm really excited to see what we're able to do going forward. We've hinted at multiple campaigns. It's gonna be interesting to see what's coming down the road, and what characters we'll get to play. Because I do like playing. It's nice to have some mainstay characters, but I do love getting to create more and more characters and. I've certainly got some I'm anxious to introduce the audience to. Warkus was a lot of fun. Elias was completely new, was created for the Halloween campaign. Warkus had existed in a slightly different variation beforehand. He got modified a bit to fit the Christmas season.
Baby.
Yeah.
He did, and I've enjoyed playing them all so far, and I've got other characters that I can't wait to introduce in other possible campaigns we'll do. So
for me, outside of obviously the sound quality, and I'm looking forward to some of the character interactions that are coming along with the second season in places that we're going and things that we're doing. Specifically, some of them between myself and Steve, between Cloak and Mint. There's some really funny stuff that's coming down the line.
yeah,
I'm looking forward to that and seeing where this campaign goes. Are we going to wrap in season 2?
I kind of hope not.
Long stare at the DM.
I mean, that is.
Maybe we'll end up in a season 3. Who knows?
We established earlier in this recording, I do not plan. So.
Yeah,
I know.
We'll see.
We'll see how it goes.
So. Whether we wrap in season 2 or we continue on to season 3, I'm looking forward to wherever this goes and the future of what we do. I mean, kind of seeing the growth of the channel. We're really looking forward to seeing where it goes. So, again, if you guys love what we're doing, I just want to encourage everybody to keep sharing and
And we really appreciate it. I mean, I know that we're not big by any stretch of the means, but just the fact that we have people that are having fun with us and listening at all has been really cool. Because I mean, we didn't really know what to expect. Would anyone want to listen to us?
The fact that we have people who are not us just listening, that makes
that's
makes
kind
it
of
fun.
Kind of fun.
Feel free. I want to encourage everybody, if you are listening, leave comments. Even if you just don't want to say hi, it makes a world of difference to us. Yeah.
It really means a lot. Okay, one more question. If you could rewind season 1 and give your episode 1 character one piece of advice, what would it be, and would they listen?
I would tell Jack Marius to not leave that door unlocked.
To the cloning device?
No. To the ride.
Well, then we wouldn't have a campaign.
Yeah, well,
so...
that's what I told. Hey, Jack Marius, you left that door unlocked, I think. And he's like, what? And then he goes to look. Oh my goodness. Well, who left this unlocked? Seriously, was it Jack Marius 37?
what he gets for cloning himself.
Probably 37.
You said 37 earlier, and I just stuck in my head.
It's gonna be any of them. It's gonna be 37.
Honestly, I think I would probably just tell Melody to realize that she does not have to come into this scenario with so much confidence and aggression, maybe.
You mean like when she tried to fight the only thing standing in front of her, which was Wolfman?
I mean,
You saw a Wolfman and you went like, fisticuffs, let's do this. Like,
but that is just who she is as a person. So would she listen? Absolutely not. But like, I'm looking at this going, honey, just
you're
calm
gonna find
down.
a Wolfman.
But no, seriously, I don't think she would listen. But like looking at it, I'm just like,
she
she's
wouldn't listen
just
at
so. Sometimes her boldness.
She's a very strong person. Let's just put it
Yes,
that way.
she's
She
a really
is-
strong personality.
She knows how to get what she wants.
And to be honest, that's kind of fun to play as a person that is completely not that. I wish I could be that confident, but I absolutely am not that confident as a person.
I don't think she knows that she plays her own character. You realize you can do it because you've played the character, right?
Yeah, but that's pretend. There are not real
I
life
wish I could be that
consequences.
confident. You know, the person that I pretend to be on a weekly basis.
How well has that gone for her in many circumstances? Not very
yeah,
well.
fair enough.
So, but no, I don't think she'd listen, but I would probably tell her to simmer down now a little bit.
Fair enough.
What about you, Cloak?
For Cloak, gosh, there's so many things that I would tell that boy.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
I mean, would it be as simple as keep your head down, bro?
Would he listen?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know.
I feel like if I was like, you know, you built that railing for a reason, he'd be like, you know what, you're right.
I did.
I did.
I
If
made that for a
I
reason.
logicked him about the reasoning, he would listen.
Yeah.
So it's like it'd be quite shocking if you
I don't know.
didn't.
I've tried to logic with Cloak. It's
You try to logic what you feel is logic, which is not logical most of the time. I'm not the other two players.
the thing is, like, in Cloak's head, if it makes logical sense to him, nothing can sway him. Like, he's like, no, it A plus B equals C. It's like, well, I'm trying to tell you that you don't have B there, you have C, so A plus C equals D. He's like, no, that's not true.
It's because B is there. You're just omitting the facts.
It's just like you can't convince him otherwise. But you know what? He makes it work. He does his own thing.
Yeah.
And and here's the deal. This is the man that would not eat a single thing in Paradise. He would not do anything. He wouldn't swim in the pool. He wouldn't drink the drinks. He wouldn't take the massage. He
nothing.
wouldn't take the gift basket. Nothing.
Nothing.
He didn't use a towel, I don't think.
Nope. That episode, I felt, and I've talked about this so many times with you guys, I felt like a complete jackass the whole time.
Sorry, Pastor Josh.
I was like, I feel like I'm coming across like a
definitely worked out for
jerk
you,
the
though.
whole time we're in Paradise. I'm like, man, I am just like the worst.
It
And I was
worked for you,
feeling
though.
bad, and I was even telling the DM, I'm like, dude, I feel terrible about all this. And then I was right
That's what I was saying. It
from the
worked for
very
you. Like,
beginning.
That's kind of what happened with the Christmas one shot when I was like, I'm pretty sure it's Jack Frost. And you're like, no, it's not. Or it's not Jack Frost.
just because there's frost on everything doesn't mean it's Jack Frost. It could be someone else cold. Like, could be Frosty the Snowman.
There are other frosts.
Could be the Yeti.
The
I
abominable
also
snowman.
totally should have poisoned him. Just saying. You guys made me feel so bad because I was like, dude, just poison the hot chocolate.
Yes, I made you feel bad because I wanted you to feel bad for like almost poisoning your friend, and then I wanted to turn that on its head.
I didn't almost poison my friend. I almost poisoned the enemy.
Yeah, well,
I knew he was BSing. He wasn't just going to give up and we weren't going to skip into the frozen tundra and sing Christmas carols together.
I did love how I drug that out way further than I was like thinking I was going to, and then I was like, nah, it's time to flip it back over.
I mean, I got
knew
to
it.
smash.
You did. You did get to smash.
I did smash.
So, as far as something that I would tell Mint, honestly, the biggest thing is don't cave into the pressure on Paradise. Stay away from everything.
Yeah, to be fair, you could totally just let them know ahead of time.
That is the biggest thing I can think. I thought of kind of jokingly like, oh, don't go to Onyx City on that day or something, like stay out of all the trouble. But no, the adventure has been a lot of fun, and it's his natural instinct to be protective over others, to act in that fashion. So he would engage in a lot of the things he has, but that would be the one thing I would say. No, your initial instinct is correct, because between the player and the character, there is a struggle of what to cave into, what to not cave into. I'm very much like I'm not necessarily, I guess, approach decisions as what's always best for my character as much as I'm like what would be most interesting. And with the Paradise thing, I was at first very reluctant, but that didn't last long. and he kind of got won over a little too easily, I feel, even listening back. So that would be my bit of advice. Just don't take the
Melody's a bad influence on him.
That's true.
It's okay. You're not going to become a breakfast food. That's not.
That did pop into my mind.
Not a thing you tell him, like, hey, bro, it's okay. Like, you don't need to have PTSD for the rest of the game.
My mindset was one thing I could tell him, but if I could tell him two things, I'd be like, eat away, dude. You'll be fine. Eat away.
Instead, go ahead and carry this for the rest of the time you play.
And that's the question, like, do you go tell yourself, like, hey, don't go in that room, you're going to break the rind or whatever? Because, like, if you did do that, that's an option, but two things would happen. One, you'd never, like, meet Melody, and you never get to, like, know or anything like that. And two, who knows what Kiram is doing out there that you guys did not get the chance to interrupt.
Yeah.
You never would have gone through. You would have stayed here in Onyx City. You would have stayed in Thalia. And you wouldn't have gone through and gone, like, yeah, you wouldn't have the adventure or whatever. And even if you take away the adventure part of it, like that, the danger of it is like, hey, don't put yourself in danger. The rest of the world could have fallen victim to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of the multiverse, essentially, could have fallen victim to that.
So what you're saying is if we wouldn't have gone in the room, we wouldn't have met Joe.
That is also true.
Okay, but I love
I
Joe.
should have stayed out of the room.
Like, don't go in there.
Don't go in there.
I know there's a keep out sign. Ignore it.
For once, read the signs and obey.
Yeah, like, don't ignore it. Read the sign. Ignore it by walking by it.
There's no green phoenix feather in there.
That's true, and you may have never gotten the chance to go find a green phoenix feather.
Yeah, because I've totally found that.
You have the chance to find it still.
Not from Joe.
Yeah, so as far as that goes, I think that to think about that thought experiment, do you stop yourself from going the adventure? Like, I would say no. I think you guys would, even if it was like not for a show or anything like that, if it was just your characters, I think all of you'd be like, well, you really don't have a choice.
Well, Melody would have done it
got
anyway.
Flung into this anyway.
But it plays completely to her character. She doesn't turn down adventure.
Yeah, if she had the choice, she still wouldn't. Yeah.
And she's very much a protector too. She may be a little bit of, she likes to have fun while she's doing it, but she's very similar in that she became a musketeer for a reason, so it definitely plays into her character a lot too. If you hear noises, that's our cat snoring. I'm sorry. He needs a tiny CPAP machine.
You're not going to hear him.
We can hear him here.
So for those of you not listening to the cat right now, I want to say thank you for joining us. Other than that, I just want to make sure we have a good send-off here. So I'm going to need everybody to say goodbye in your character. So, Mint.
Blessings of Avacyn upon all of you who have listened to this podcast, and I hope that you have a wonderful, gentle, whatever time you listen to this. I was going to say night because it's night here. And
Technically, it's the morning.
All right, Cloak.
He knows about time.
It's very, very particular.
He does.
He grew up in a clock, for God's sake.
But yes, I wish you all a good, protected night
/ morning. Cloak?
Well, thanks for coming. We really enjoyed this time to be able to spend as much of it as we could with you into the morning. Morning. And as always, remember to keep the party rolling.
Cloak got deep there. Got that bass
There
going.
you go. Melody.
He's reached his bullfrog phase.
Oh, gosh.
He's maturing. They mature very quickly.
Hey, guys, I don't really have a voice, so here we go. May your glasses always be full and your wine bottle never empty. And I don't know. What am I saying? I'm not good at this.
And wee wee baguette.
Wee baguette, whatever.
Yeah, wow.
No,
Make it French.
No, seriously. We really appreciate you guys watching. And yeah, make sure you let your hair down today and go party a little bit.
And then from your beloved GM, goodbye, everybody.
Oh, not
from your favorite snowcaster.
No,
You.
you could have done Joe. You had to do the no.
Goodbye. We love you all.
We're now taking GM applications.
Zip zappity bap. End of show.
diceparty@gmail.com.
Hey, party people. Thank you so much for listening and coming on this adventure with us. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Dice Party podcast, and don't forget to rate us on your favorite podcast platforms. You can also find us on social media to keep up with all the latest Dice Party news, behind-the-scenes fun, and sneak peeks of our upcoming holiday one-shots. There are still new adventures waiting to unfold, and we can't wait to share them with you. Until next time, thanks for rolling with us. See you later.